we cannot allow Nigeria to be divided, and all Nigerians must trust the efforts of Bola Ahmed Tinubu in transforming the country. Tinubu is on the right track. Nigeria should pray for him. Nigeria should honor him, and Nigeria should make sure that Tinubu does not fail, because he is the right man to lead Nigeria to something greater. Now, this was coming from a report here. Now, a British man made that statement yesterday. A man from Britain. Now, he was a Nigerian who was born in Britain, but now he's a naturalized Britain man. I'm talking about him. He nationalized as Britain. I'm talking about England person. He has told Nigerians to believe in the work of Tinubu and not allow anyone to separate them. Nigeria is a great nation which nobody should find a way to separate. But on his comment, people were attacking him. That even the England that you have, many countries have left Britain. Why are you telling Nigerians to say, or better still, come back to Nigeria and stay as one Nigeria? Don't stay in Britain and be telling Nigerians to work as one. If you're watching for the first time, kindly subscribe to this YouTube channel, all notifications, drop your comments, click the like button, also share. Like and share, like and share, like and share this video, like and share. Drop a comment and subscribe also. Biafra evangelist, a Britain man has told Nigeria, stay as one nation so that you can go together and become a great nation. But some Nigerians are abusing him and insulting him. What do you have to say about that?
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Whatever you are watching us from, hear me and hear me clearly. I remember my humble self, Benjamin Johnson Snachi, aka the Biafran evangelist. Listen to me, my brother. The British is a problem of Nigeria. And Nigeria is not a great nation. Do you know why I say Nigeria is not a great nation? Because the greatness in Nigeria have been the spies. Who are the people that make Nigeria great? The Igbos. The Biafrans are the people that make Nigeria great.
The Igbos alone?
Yes, the Igbos alone. Let me tell you, the money that you are spending.
There are many tribes in Nigeria.
My brother, I know what I'm saying.
Hausa, Yoruba, Fulani,
the Igbos are the people that make Nigeria great.
Only the Igbos are making Nigeria great.
Nigeria, yes, Nigeria alone is not great without the Igbos. Yes. Nigeria is not great without the Igbos. Yes, you understand what I say. Nigeria is not great, and it can never be a great nation without Igbos. So if you pull Igbos out now, Nigeria is nothing. The money, even the money you are spending today, the things you are spending in Nigeria are the Igbos' money. Many of all of them, go and check out that many of their money, like Tinubu, how much, which investment did the Tinubu, many of the money, they are carrying it outside. It is the Igbos that are running business in Nigeria. So the economy and the money is Igbos' money. And that is what Nigeria is using. So Nigeria is not a great nation, and it can never be.
You're a man of God. You're supposed to pray for Nigeria.
Excuse me. I'm a man of God. That is why I am speaking the truth.
No, you're supposed to pray. They say that you've seen men of God have been saying that pray for your country so that
excuse me.
things will start working well for you as a
my brother. This is what my own help, my own working well come from God, not from Nigeria. Because the Tinubu you are talking about, and they say that they have a better plan for Nigeria, a better plan, the ones that survive hunger. Do you know how many people that died daily? Apart from the ones that are Boko Haram, Iswap, herdsmen are killing. Do you know how many people that are dying out of hunger? Do you know how many people that are dying for improper taking care of care? They don't have money to go to hospital. They cannot afford hospital bill. They cannot afford money to buy drugs, and they die out of their illness as a result of the high cost of things in Nigeria, as a result of Tinubu being the president, as if he's the first president ever in Nigeria. What are we saying? And somebody travel to London and be telling you and I that we should believe in. Why no come sit down for Nigeria, they believe for Tinubu? Make it come sit down for Nigeria, join us to believe for, say Tinubu go do and better Tinubu get something to offer. But he ran out of Nigeria. He went and naturalized in a place where things are working. Then he's now telling you and I to, it's just like the statement Jonathan made one certain time. I say, Baba, you pass rock, you japa. You say, make a no japa for Nigeria if I see opportunity. Who is fooling you? Let them stop deceiving themselves. Bola Ahmed Tinubu have nothing to offer. He has not put in anything on the table, and I don't think he has anything to put on the table. So he's a failure. He's the worst president ever happened in Nigeria.
But
so far, so good.
But shouldn't they pray for him? I don't know about the people pray for the president for wisdom, so that God can give him wisdom to make the country better.
Excuse me, please. How many days of fasting and prayer or dry fasting that America go through or went through before they rise to where they are today? Israel, how many years dry fasting did they go for them to? Iran, how many years dry fasting? Saudi and even including England. South Africa, how many years of fasting and prayer did they? Burkina Faso today, how many years of what are we saying? Baba, leave that thing. Everything is, see, there are things you do and there are things God will do. God have part to play, you have part to play too. God will bless you. Which other blessing are you expecting from God for this country? He bless us with the granite. He bless us with the gold. He bless us with oil. He bless us with the time. He bless us with the cocoa. He bless us with the crota. He bless us with the zinc. He bless us with cement. He bless us with so many things. But what is happening? What do you want God? Say, may God die for you. What do you want make God do? Before you know, say God don't bless Nigeria. But them, Tinubu is there buying private jets, 160 billion, and people are dying in the hospital on daily basis because they cannot afford the hospital bill, and people cannot be attended to because they cannot be able to have a deposit in the hospital. People are dying because of the excesses of agbo that they drag on the street that they cannot be able out of because they don't have money to pay bill. They go and drink agbo, and agbo costs excesses agbo costs another thing for them. And Tinubu is buying a 160 private billion jet. Currently, as I speak to you, there is one of Nigeria, the former president private jet. They put them for sale as I speak to you now.
For evangelists, we saw
all these things are excessive money wasted.
The man have said that the main problem of Nigeria are the Igbo people. There are other tribes are working to make Nigeria one. They want to divide Nigeria. And
yes,
that Nigeria cannot be divided until the Britain that owns the country say, yes, you can go. Do you agree with that statement?
No, that statement is a capital rubbish.
That is the Britain that owned Nigeria.
British never own Nigeria. They own Nigeria, but British is never own Igbos. Do you know the meaning of
the Igbos are part of Nigeria. That's the problem.
But that is why we are telling you want to separate. Because we are never for one day be together before the arrival of the British. We have never for one day. We have been in existence before the British come. We have been running our own system of governance before the British come. We have been in a system before the British come. We have been making our money, riches, making our wealth before the British come. So anything British own Nigeria because they are the one that call it Nigeria, but they never own Igbos. In case you don't know, go and check in 17th centuries, Igbos have been doing things. In 1803, Igbos who vow, instead of being a slave, they prefer to go and sink inside the ocean, which they did in 1803. But go and do your findings. See, Igbos have been fighting for their self-determination, for their self-independence. So it's not today. So anybody that is saying, talking about today, is making a very huge mistake. That means you don't know history, which you need to go back. You need to go back to the history of your country. You need to go back to the... No wonder Muhammadu Buhari, when he came to power, he vanished library and he vanished history. Yes, in school now you hardly see history. Now, I could remember during back in the days we used to go to NIT library, different library, go to one in Ajege. We use in Penslima. We go there, we go and study, we go and read. But today they are no more there because of Muhammadu Buhari and Tinubu and the rest. Because they don't want us to know our origin. They don't want us to know what you have been before now. You understand? They are using their position to cover it up, but I will continue to expose their evil.
Biafra evangelist. Now, what is the way out? The Britain is calling for Nigeria to be united.
We cannot unite, my brother. Take it or you.
Why can't you unite to defeat your enemies?
We cannot unite. It has been there on set. We never agree with the British. The Biafra has never for one day agreed with, because if they agreed, the British would have succeeded in Biafra land. The way they succeeded in the north, the way they even succeeded in the west, they have never succeeded like that in a whole Biafra land. But I go back to your drawing board and check it. They have never for once succeeded in the east. So we never agree with them. It's not now that we will now come and agree with them. Therefore, with agitation continue, we must separate ourselves from this stage of darkness called country. Do you know what is the meaning of Nigeria in Yoruba language? Can you explain it? No, tell me, what is the meaning of Nigeria in Yoruba language? Because it has no meaning in Igbo language. Nigeria doesn't have meaning in Igbo language. Can you tell me the meaning of Nigeria in Yoruba? You cannot. So why then do you expect me to admit what I don't know, what I cannot explain? What will I tell my children and my grandchildren and the next generation that are coming? What do you want me to tell them regard to the country you call Nigeria? What is the meaning of Nigeria? If in case now your child now come on, daddy, please, what is the meaning of Nigeria? One will somehow agree with you, because the way P2B is going, it appears to us and to Nigerians that finally P2B want to rule Nigeria, and for him to rule Nigeria because he's eager and is ready to rule Nigeria. And I believe it's one of his priority in life, and the only source of him ruling Nigeria or coming to that corridor of power of so-called Asura, that office, is for him to collide with his enemy.
Who are his enemies?
The enemies are the Fulanis. They are the major enemies. But the P2B have decided to collide with the enemies to wash their pampers, to wash their cars, and to polish their shoe in order for him to get to that position. But what is going on currently now, which one Fulani man has said, and he said this, he said that the P2B should do a hold on for Atiku to rule these 4 years. This only one tenor, and P2B can come up. You see the suggestion, because I see P2B forcing himself to become the president of this Nigeria, pushing himself, you know, but Atiku doesn't want to surrender, and Atiku doesn't want to, you know, give up. Atiku doesn't want to stand there or to serve as a godfather. You understand? So he wants to be number one. He doesn't want to push Obi. He wants to be the one there. Two of them are two desperados. Permit me to use that word.
Desperados?
Yes, two of them are two desperados, in a sense that they are too desperate to rule. For Obi to open his mouth and say that he only needs for one tenor. And Atiku, if you and I will agree with me that for a very long time now, Atiku have been hustling on how to enter there. You know how many times Atiku have contested just to become president? You understand? And which one man, I think, in the House of Presidency said something. Do you know what they say? They said that based on their reference, that Obi stands as the one that can challenge Tinubu. But as for Atiku, that Tinubu knows how to defeat Tinubu even in the north, in the face of the northerners, the Fulanis. Do you understand? Of which Tinubu have played it before. So Tinubu will still play it again. But African Democratic Congress as the ADC party. She understand, you know Obi is in labor. So Obi now joined them. So they are looking at it, maybe they want to bring Obi. You see where Bola Ahmed Tinubu is like being afraid, and where the House of Presidency are being scared, because they know vividly well that the choice of the people and the heart of the people goes for Obi. So far, so good. But as for this article, you know, the campaign from Obi being the flag bearer, so definitely ADC stand a chance of losing again. Atiku stand to lose again, because Baba will defeat Atiku. But the problem of Baba is now Obi, and that Obi now is no longer Obi is no longer in the war front of the ADC of as a flag bearer. Are you hearing me? So listen to me. Like what I have said, I pointed to you regard to the political aspect of Biafra side of it. Listen to me. Obi remains Obi. Obi is not a Biafra. And Obi has never agitated for Biafra. Obi only speak about the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Now, he have never said anything in regard to the unwarranted arrest, unjust treatment they are giving to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It is now that he's coming. Maybe he want to use that one because people like us are now speaking out his attitude towards us and towards Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Maybe that was what prompted him to now speak out based on the question they asked him. He said, yes, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. What stopped you from not speaking it since?
But now, we've seen brothers this morning. They have said, I'm talking about them, they said that it seems that finally, the Igbos have abandoned Biafra to join Peter Obi in actualizing the presidency, and they warned this morning that if in case Peter Obi wins presidency, Biafra is dead and buried. What do you have to say? But so many Igbos attacking them.
No,
nothing can stop their Biafra. But what do you have to say?
Excuse me, my brother. There is no need of attacking a bushman. A bushman remains a bushman because he dwells in the bush and he lives in the bush and he behaves like an animal. You see why somebody like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu call them a zoo, and that's just it. So our reasoning and mentality and everything is not the same. So let me tell you. Nigeria came up with an option. There's something I want every viewers to get here. That the Minister of Works, Umai, that Nigeria gave him an option. They want to use him. And they gave him condition of not to deceive Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to sign a signature of, debunking or a kind of resigning from agitation. Trickery. But glory be to God that he did not succeed by tricking Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, which Mazi Nnamdi Kanu finally said no. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu now stated it clearly that you and federal government should stay with your condition, with your release, and with your bail. That what he is facing now and what he wants, that same thing which Ohaneze have already said. Do you know what they said? They said that the court should decide. There shouldn't be I've said this thing before. There shouldn't be anything called presidential pardon. We don't want it. There shouldn't be anything called somebody come and taking glory over what he did not so. No. Let the court have his way. It is not now that the Minister of Works know that he can come. It is not now that Nigeria know that they want to bring conditions.
But there's a question I'll be asked this morning.
Let the court to decide.
But even the Hausa man was asking the Igbos this morning that why can't you have leaders like Nnamdi Kanu who believed and does not take bribes? He said this morning that if all the Igbo governors are like Nnamdi Kanu, by this time Biafra will have been achieved. Do you agree with that?
My brother, I disagree. I disagree because, you know why I say I disagree? I disagree in the sense that their own ideology, their own mindset, and their own intake is different from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu own. And it has always been like that. Whenever anything freedom fighters come up, they always have indigenous oppositions, those that are not seeing what he sees or what he sees, those who do not have the same vision which he has. Go and check in Belgium, it is there. Even in Finland, the same thing happened. Even in South Africa, the same thing happened. I could remember the woman who started the fight in Ghana, Ashanti. She have oppositions who oppose her that are Ghanaians. Do you understand? That today Ghanaians are enjoying, and that is what makes Ghanaians today to take all children and regard this as the woman is a full 99% in charge of children, you know, than the men. You understand me? So likewise, every other places, the freedom fighters always have indigenous opposition. Those our leaders, because of their different ideology, is quite different from what Mazen Nnamdi Kanu come up with. And remember, they are serving under Nigeria and they are eating together with Nigeria. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is not serving Nigeria, neither is he eating with Nigeria. But Nigeria want to draw him close for him to come and start eating with them, which he declined. And he said, no, I cannot be eating with you people. And my own people will be languishing. It's not going to work. And let me tell you, somebody who have people at heart, somebody who have the pains and the feelings of the people, of the masses, of the poor, somebody who want to be the advocate or the mouthpiece, the voice to the voiceless, that is their character. You can see people like the late Gani Foyemi. You can see him. You can see somebody like Pharaoh Timi, if not that Nigeria, you know, trying to frustrate and to pocket that man. He's not fighting maybe as a Yoruba man, let me fight and favor my brother being Tinubu. No, he stand out to speak the truth the way it is. He stand out to sound the way it's supposed to sound, irrespective of the tribe or where you come from. So long you are human, let's treat that person as one, as a human. You understand? Look at, I could remember, if you watch the last court case of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu on 18 and 19th of June, you saw what Sowore said. When the judge, James Omotosho, asked him, Mazen, are you a prophet? At the end of the court case, Sowore declared himself automatically what? Nnamdi Kanu best friend, that from today. And ever since that day, he started visiting Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, started rehearsing with Mazen, even having conversation, trying to learn more. So